about capabilities, building all your hopes and dreams. Talk about possibilities. It ain't rocket surgery, but maybe it is. Come on down, we're gonna sit around and get into your business. 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 Get into your business.
Welcome to the Small Business Miracles Podcast. I'm Jeff Randolph. This small business podcast is brought to you by EAG Advertising and Marketing. We're going to talk about marketing, and we're also here to celebrate entrepreneurs. We have marketing news and advice that business owners can use to keep moving forward. Today, we're talking to Shawn Lee House, the professional photographer and entrepreneur behind Shawn Lee Photography and Art. But first, we've got another small business marketing tip to talk about.
Business.
What is the value of SEO? You know, search engine optimization. In today's tip, I wanted to back up the bus a little bit on search engine optimization. We've given several tips on some very specific things, but what about the why? Why do we want to be better at search engine performance? It's a good question, and I'm glad you asked. When you search on a search engine like Google, you get shown a search engine results page that has a few different elements depending on what you've searched for. Let's talk about some of the common things you'll see. Are you ready? AI search results. That's where the search engine's AI attempts to tell you the answer to your search question with a link icon that will take you to the answer source if you click on those to investigate that answer. A lot more about this in other tips. Next, you may see some map pack results. That's the map graphic with a few local locations listed that answer your search. You may also see some shopping results where you can click to buy a product immediately. You'll see some sponsored search results. Those are paid search ads. They say sponsored at the top of them. You may also hear them called PPC or pay-per-click advertising results. And finally, and the reason we're talking here today, organic search results. Those are the unpaid search results that list each of the thousands of websites that fit the search that you've just done in order of how relevant the search engine thinks the website is to answer the search that you've just performed. Your homepage or a specific page of your website may be listed here. Where you rank on that list matters because the number one organic spot, that's the unpaid spot, these organic SEO search listings, that number one organic spot gets about 28% of the clicks. The number two spot gets about 16% of the clicks, and the number three spot gets 11%. The rest of the top 10 shares the remaining piece of the pie. And that's why where you rank for any keyword or phrase that your customers might find you matters. The higher you rank, the more relevant traffic you get to your website. It pays off in actual traffic to your website from customers looking for that thing you do. And the value of SEO, it drives customers who have asked for exactly what you do right to your website, ultimately leading to increased sales and brand awareness. And that is our marketing tip for today.
Business.
All right, we are here in our featured interview section, and I'm joined by Shawn Lee House. She is a professional photographer at Shawn Lee Photography and Art. Shawn Lee, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We're excited to talk to you because first, congratulations on being a superstar. You've been a superstar in 23, 24, 25. Some people call that a three-peat. I don't know, what you would call that, but it's a good.
I would call that a three-peat too.
That's a three-peat. That's rare in Kansas City, so we haven't done that yet. That's a big move.
Too soon.
I know. Sorry to the morning public out there for the Chiefs. Tell everybody what they should know about the business and just kind of describe who you are and what you do.
Okay. Well, I'm a professional branding photographer, and my business is all about empower, networking, create. I started my business because I wanted to empower young women to be confident. Mm-hmm. So when I originally started out taking pictures of women, just women, because I noticed that in the age that I'm in, a lot of the women were feeling a little self-confident and they didn't want to take pictures. So I said, okay, well, I can make anybody feel comfortable.
I
So
can
that was
help
the
you.
whole goal behind that. And then as I got started, I started networking with other entrepreneurs, freelancers, other nonprofits. And so would work with them in networking. And then we ended up creating collaborations, partnerships, and things of that nature. So empower, network, and create.
Excellent. And like, is there a mix of kind of the work that you do? Is it, primarily branding, or like how do you break that down?
There is a mix. So when I started out, it was mainly portraits. So I shifted because I didn't have a niche. I was just like, whatever's coming my way, I'm going to shoot it. Okay. And I did that. And so it wasn't until recently, the last 2 years, I decided that I wanted to be headshots and branding because I like working with small businesses, freelancers, entrepreneurs, those people.
Right.
And so now last night I just did a headshot happy hour.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I did a headshot happy hour. So now I'm doing more of the headshots and sitting down one-on-one with small business owners and freelancers and bringing their brand story to life. So it's more like a creative brand session.
And make no mistake that getting your brand to live and be what it can be on in print or in film or in on digitally is a big deal. How do you approach a new project? Because you talk about your process on the website. It seems very approachable. The words literally on the website were lay back, act natural, let's take some pictures, and it's really about capturing the subject and talk about how you would approach a brand new project. You're working with a new small business. What do you go?
Okay, so working with the new small business, we always do a clarity call. That is important.
Okay.
The clarity call is to decide if we're a good match.
Okay.
If your vision and my abilities.
That's all, step one. Step one is do we have a good fit here?
Yes. Do we have a good fit here? Once we decide that we have a good fit, then we work on the shoot plan. And the shoot plan basically is, say I'm interviewing you to see what is it you like, what do you want to do, how you see yourself, tell me about your brand. And then I create a Pinterest board for you. So this helps me help you, because most of the time we say, oh, I want this, 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 and this, and this. But then it's like, if you can't see it visually, then it's like, it could be a hodgepodge of a hot mess.
Yeah.
But I send them the Pinterest board, they look at it, and they're going to either say, yeah, this is what I was thinking, or this is not at all what I was thinking. And so we go from there. If it is what they wanted, then we start outlining where we're going to shoot, how we're going to shoot it, and what's the most important. Because during the shoot process, I like to get stock images for them of their brand and their business, so they don't have to use stock images of other people.
Yeah.
They might as well use their own.
If you can use your own images, please do.
Yes.
It's always going to be better.
Yes, because it makes you look human, like a real person. What I've learned that in these clarity calls and shoot plan sessions is that a lot of people don't want to be on their website.
Like, I don't want to see myself on my website. I want to see, other stuff.
And I'm
or
like,
not me, please. Yeah.
And I'm like, no. I was like, you don't have to be all up and through there. If you see me, I'm all up and through there. But anyways, we're not talking about me. But I said, you have to showcase your personality and who you are, because people will buy from you if they trust you.
Right.
Like, if they trust what they're seeing, like, oh, she makes candles. Oh, look at her. She's making the candles. She's in her home or whatever. They're like, oh, okay, I trust her.
Yeah.
I'll buy from her.
And branding comes down to that, right? You have trust in a brand, and I trust that you are we will deal squarely, and we can help each other grow, right? That's 100%. I love the call first and the Pinterest board, because that clarity call. We did an exercise one time here at just one of our staff meetings where, we'll do educational topics, we'll do self-improvement processes, and I tell this story because here's what happened. we as a creative exercise with the whole staff, we said, okay, I'm going to tell you about a house I want you to build, and I want you to draw me this house, and it's going to have, it's going to be a 2-story house. It's got, a front door. It's got some, this many windows, and then you're slowly adding additional things on that you want. You're describing that vision of here's what's in my head as a client. And then you look around the room at what everyone has drawn, right? And it's everyone from an account person who, may not have any kind of creative background, but then you also have the graphic designers who do this kind of thing for a living and sketch and do all kinds of fun stuff. Nobody had even close to the same house that, the facilitator has in mind here and is showing everybody. And it's because communicating that visual and here's what I have in my head is really tough. And that Pinterest board seems like, what a brilliant way to go. That's going to save you so much hassle down the road.
So I've learned trial and error.
Yeah. You've done it.
Trial and error.
Great job. Let's talk about your brand too, because you're growing beyond the lens, and you've developed a youth program to educate teens about photography. Tell us about that one.
Yes. So this is it's in progress, but I'm so excited about this. So this pilot program is basically showing teens how they can use their cell phones for good.
Ooh.
Because
we could use that, sure.
Because we know that they record everything. So I wanted to show them, because when you go to Career Day, you typically don't see a photographer. You don't see a photographer, but a photographer, it's a career. So I want to show them that they can take their cell phone, they can create amazing imagery just with their cell phone, and they can sell it, and they can be entrepreneurs, and that they can have things in art galleries and just show them what is possible. So it's basically showing them the basics, how to crop, how to edit, things like that, but all on your cell phone.
I like where that's going. That is a great program.
I'm so excited I was just so excited about this. So I'm excited.
And this is fairly new, or what is this?
It's fairly, so it has not launched. So this is still like my baby.
You heard it here first. I don't know. It's a radio voice. I don't know.
So it's a work in progress, but once I have the school that I would pilot to, or I'm trying to figure out, do I want to do the school, or do I just want to enlist some students? Because I feel like the school could be a little bit of red tape, and I kind of want to launch in the summer so we can be outdoors and take some amazing photos. So I do have parents that trust me with their children.
That's good. That's, that's also good.
So I'm thinking about that, but I have the outline, everything ready to go, what I want to teach them, how I want to do it. So at the end of the program, they will have an art show. So we will get canvases and prints. They get to invite their family and their friends, and then their family and friends, they can purchase right off of,
Oh, outstanding. Oh, that is exciting. That's
so
exciting.
I'm excited about
Good luck
that.
on the pilot. That seems like a fun thing.
Thank you.
You're a professional photographer, so there's definitely passion and skill there. But you're also an entrepreneur, and you have to wear both hats, and that's not always easy, because we have a thing that we do and we love that, and then we become a business owner, and now you focus on those things instead of the passion and love that you had for the thing you're doing. What's the most rewarding aspect of being a photographer, and then also being a business owner?
Of being a photographer, I would say my repeat clients. Majority of my clients, they come back. So the life cycle of a client for me has been 2 years plus. So I'm working with them on multiple things. So it's business and personal. But this is just me. When I see my images on a website, in a newsletter, on social media, I'm happy.
Excellent. Okay.
Because I know I took those.
I'm gonna follow up on that later in the lightning round. So we'll put a pin in that one.
Okay. And with entrepreneurship, it's just seeing how far I can go, like dreaming bigger. Because you do wear a lot of hats. Like, you're the social media person, you're the marketing person, you're the billing, the accounting, you're all of these things, and that can be super drowning at times. But I've learned to find different softwares that automate some things, so I don't always have to be sitting at a desk. But for the most part, I enjoy like being hands-on with the different people that I network with and I work with. So I'm okay with doing the things, but I dread taxes.
Yes.
Every year. And just keeping things organized. I always tell my daughter that I wish she would just want to help her mama. She's 18 and she's like, whatever. But so that some of the tedious things that I could be doing something else, like going to another networking event or having another client. But I have to do the back end stuff so I can stay organized and stay legit. Like just,
And if it's only you, you're balancing
and it's
all
just
those.
me.
Yeah. And that's, that was really you were way ahead of me on my follow-up question of, the most challenging things about being a photographer and an entrepreneur are the taxes and finding that balance the most difficult part or the most challenging part of the entrepreneur side, or is there something else that we haven't talked about yet?
I would say no, that's just one of those things that you have to do. You just have to do them. But challenging would be constantly believing in yourself.
Oh, okay.
Because, you take a couple of blows and hits in your confidence when you might not land the client.
Yeah.
A client might not be happy. And so just constantly knowing that you're doing good work, you're on the right task, because sometimes you'd be like, am I supposed to be doing this? Especially when you see that you're working really, really hard, but maybe the money isn't coming in like you thought it would be.
Right.
So just trying to stay focused and not give in to maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
I feel like that there's also that conscientiousness, right? That if you're a conscientious person, if you care about your work, if you put pride into that work, and a lot of creative, in creative professions do.
We do.
We do as well. And if somebody isn't happy with something, we tend to look inward first and go, this has got to be me. What else could I have done? And I think it's pretty universal across the board when you feel that way. Because I think there are other people out there who, for whatever reason, turn that part of their brain off. And it's like, hey, you don't like what I do? Get out. That's I don't want to work with that. Let me ask then about the most challenging part about the photography side. Is there one, or is that the easiest part of this whole thing?
I love being a photographer. The challenging part would be sitting still and editing.
Oh, yeah.
I want to outsource that so bad.
Huh?
Because listen, I already sit at a computer all day in my 9 to 5. Like when it's time I want to do the fun stuff. I want to create the story. I want to shoot the story. I want to be in the middle of the street capturing an image. I don't want to be at a desk.
Yeah, focused on focused on individual pixels.
I don't want to.
Oh man, yeah, I get it.
That's the most challenging for me, because sitting still with my mind so busy and so creative is just like that. It's an ongoing challenge, and so I'm looking to outsource editing because I would like to take on more clients.
I see you. Just know that. What's next for Shawn Lee Photography and Art? Where do you go from here? I mean, we've talked about the youth program, but
yes,
tell it. What's the future hold?
I would not be surprised if you see me, some of my work posted up in an art gallery or two. I plan on doing a couple of things. I've had a couple of art shows before of my work, my photography. So I would say that I don't know. I really feel like there's something that's going to shift in the way that I work. For whatever reason that is. I feel like there's going to be a shift in the way that I work, whether that's going to be some travel photography. I know, right?
Hey, there's worse things could happen.
Yeah. Travel photography or travel and fashion seems to be the two things that keeps popping up in my head. So we'll see how that goes.
That's very exciting. Well, let's take that and go right into the lightning round.
Okay.
If you're ready for the lightning round,
I'm ready.
No way to know what kind of things I might ask. Let me start with what part of the business do you wish you knew more about? We've talked about taxes being kind of a necessary evil and a hassle, but is there a part of the business that you're like, man, I really don't have as much information there and I'm ready to get more?
I would say systems and processes. I wish that I would have learned how to do that sooner and why that was so important. Because I felt like I still kind of spin my wheels. Like I'll give you an example. Like right now, I'm going through all the gazillion subscriptions that I have to keep my business looking professional. And then some do the same things as the other one. And so it's like, now it's time to consolidate. But it's like, hello, if I had just known about certain things, then I probably wouldn't have, I won't say wasted money because it, but.
There's a learning process there, and there's a lot of overlap in those tools. Yeah, for sure.
It's tons. And I didn't realize Adobe, that alone, does a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that's good stuff. Next lightning round question. You have a daughter, and you've cataloged her life so far through images. When you sit back and dive into those great photos, what's the reaction from your daughter? And I'm saying this as a parent of a person where, that preschool video I took of the dance recital is one that is super cringy for her. But, I'll watch it anytime because it's hilarious, and you just kind of put a seatbelt on and go, man, this is exciting. But it's the kind of thing that, all right, well, this is probably going to show up at your wedding. Those kind of things. What's her reaction to these?
Well, my daughter is just as extra as I am. Listen, she loves it because she's the only child. So she loves to be the center of attention. It's all about me, 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 me. So she loves it. So every now and again, we have this large tub of photos, her baby things, anything that you can think of that mommy has kept is in there. And she was like, can we go through my things? And she loves it. She loves all the pictures. She loves it. So she enjoys it because it's all about her. So she's not like, oh, mama.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see, where do the eye rolls start showing up? When does that happen?
I think the eye rolls for her shows up when I want her to do something with me.
Oh, okay.
Like, let's go do this. Or can you be my test subjects? I want to try this. So those are like, no. Because she's like, Mama, I don't want to work with you.
That's right. It's not about me anymore. It's about you and what you're trying to get done.
So she's like, absolutely not. No. So that's where the eye rolls come for her.
All right. You had a winning set of photos from the Landon Center on Aging for their aging photo contest, images of aging photo contest. So first, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Spectacular stuff. My lightning round question is about having your work on display. So here's where we'll take that pin back out of it. Because you've also been on display at Starbucks, Casey Wineworks, and corporate offices, local headquarters buildings. As you evaluate your own creative work, it captures this very specific moment in time. What are the feelings there? Do you see flaws or go, hey, that's still not done. I wish I would have done this. Or, I wonder what would have happened if I waited a half more second before I clicked that shutter. Like, is it done and you can admire it? Or are you always working on something?
Well, for the most part, for those things that are on display, those are done. They're done.
They're done. So you can put that together.
So I'm happy about those because they're done. I think for me, I always look and see how I could do something better. Like, could I have stood this way to capture this, capture that? But it's most rewarding, especially like the Landing Center of Aging contest, the lovebirds. That was my image that won. Was my best friend's grandparents.
Oh, okay.
And so I've been around them for a very, very long time. And how he always looks at her, even at that age, is just like a beautiful thing. So, yeah, it was nice to capture that moment at her wedding. So it's like, it was just, so every time I see that, and I threw it in black and white because it just looks so classic. And so
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And this is my last lightning round question. The best business advice you've ever received, because you've done some incredible entrepreneur training. You've been doing this for some time now. You've gotten a lot of advice over the years. What do you think is the best business advice you've received?
Schedule your rest.
Oh, Yeah, yeah.
That is the most important thing that here recently that I received going through the Porterhouse KC program. Schedule your rest. You have to rest. Being an entrepreneur with you doing everything. So, for example, if I get sick,
Yeah.
someone has to take someone's picture. So then you have to enlist someone, but it's not the same as if you're doing it and the client is your client. So schedule the rest because your body will tell you when you're doing too much. And I feel like I be doing too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
But schedule your rest. And then the other one would be ask for help.
Oh,
That
something
is
we
the
don't always do
hardest
well,
thing
right?
to do. Yeah, it's to ask for help is the hardest thing to do. But to just know that you're not alone and that there are other people out there that don't mind helping you because they're also entrepreneurs. But we tend to take it on ourselves and we drown faster than we need to. So
That is maybe some of the most practical and helpful, business advice you could get. That is very good.
Yeah.
I'll take you out of the lightning round. Congratulations, you survived the lightning round.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell everybody where they can find you if they want to, if they want their own, Pinterest board of ideas and they're ready to have that branding work done. Where do they go? Where do they look?
Well, they can go to my website, which is just Shawn Lee, which is JUSTSHAWNLEE.com, or they can follow me on Instagram at just Shawn Lee. So
All right.
those are the two places they can find me.
Good.
Now, I do have a TikTok, but my tick don't talk, so and I couldn't tell you what it is. So my daughter knows.
We won't even bother. We'll just
Yeah,
go to the
so
website, go to Instagram.
Yeah.
Go where you can find people who do visual things. Instagram. All right. Shawn Lee House, professional photographer, Shawn Lee Photography and Art. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me, Jeff.
Good.
I appreciate this so much.
Good times. Thanks so much.
Business.
And that is our show. Thanks to our friend Shawn Lee. And thank you for listening to the Small Business Miracles podcast. Remember to subscribe, leave us a 5-star rating and review, drop us a line on the website at eagadv.com if you have any thoughts. Until then, we'll be out here helping entrepreneurs with another Small Business Miracle.
Talk about strategies. Talk about capabilities. Building all your hopes and dreams. Talk about possibilities. It ain't rocket surgery, but maybe it is. Come on down, we're gonna sit around and get into your business. 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 Get into your business.